All right.
Hey, Paul. Okay, so we're talking about nuts.
Okay.
Are they healthy? Are they not? Okay, start over. I'm sorry.
All right.
It's too good. I gotta
Yeah,
smell
no,
it.
this is important. This is important because nuts are incredible food source, but the way we process it and the way we consume it is so crucial, and most people miss out on that. And so here's what I've learned, and I've educated myself, and I encourage everybody to do their own research and decide how their body responds. But in my opinion, no one can digest nuts in a proper way. And this is how you do it in the most proper way. So number one is it has to be soaked and sprouted. That's the first level. The second level is fermentation or pre-digestion, which is something similar. You've seen Luke Corona. A lot of the people in your community follow Luke Corona, and he makes a yogurt, a coconut almond yogurt, or he just makes an almond yogurt, or whatever nut you want to use. But it's pre-soaked and sprouted, and then there's a process where there's a bacteria, the probiotic included, which creates the pre-digestion process. So once you put that through the process, the bioavailable nutrition now is going to become available for us to absorb it and actually get the benefit from the nuts.
Do we need to eat nuts to be healthy? As a raw vegan?
As a raw vegan, in my opinion,
in your opinion,
absolutely. Absolutely. Now, maybe the 80-10-10 guys might fight that concept.
Yeah, they would.
And maybe some people may do better than others, and I'm not, here to tell anyone how they should live their life and do their diet. But in my opinion, and I'm looking at some of the healthiest gurus or leaders in the movement, and Lou's pretty incredible, and he does, in my opinion, he's the strongest of the leaders. He's the GOAT, in my opinion, and he's very specific about how he consumes his nuts. And you can't just eat nuts and just think that, even if you pulverize it in the blender, it's still not, it hasn't been bioavailable.
So how long you need to soak them minimum? Does it depend on the nut?
Yeah, it depends on the nut.
Okay.
So there's a chart you can get online, and you're looking at least 8 hours for a very heavy, thick nut. And
a cashew?
Cashews are a little different because they're not necessarily a nut. So that's one thing you gotta kind of, understand. It's a good food. I think it's a beneficial and absolutely delicious food source. But I do think they could be softened by water, but they're not going to re-sprout.
So if they're not a nut, what do you consider them?
It's hard to explain, but I think it's kind of like a flower. So it's not really a flower, but it's not really a nut. Is it? What is it? I don't know what it is.
Have you had cashew fruit?
I generally stay away from cashew. I haven't had the apple.
Yeah.
But I think it's really interesting.
All right, well, thank you so much. This is important information.
This is the most important thing about almonds. So I want to share this about almonds. No matter usually wherever you buy almonds, even if it says raw on the package, they've been pasteurized. By law, I know in California, and probably most states, because the almonds are grown in California, they have them pasteurized and then they're put on the shelf. If you want to get real unpasteurized almonds, you have to go straight to a farmer. And you can reach out. You go online and find local California farmers, and you can buy directly, legally, and they'll send you truly unpasteurized almonds.
Wow.
So that's number one. That's the most important thing I think a lot of people don't realize. And that may be true with all nuts that they're buying in the grocery store.
I definitely think so. Otherwise, they would mold too soon.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
They'd have fungus on them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They would rancidify.
Well, thank you so much for this
You're welcome.
knowledge. We've got a healthy lunch here, guys. Okay, we got a healthy lunch here. Extra for me. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks so much. Bye. No, I'm